and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Charmaine, and today it's Monday, which is the new day for the Page Turners Book Club. Woo-hoo! I'm very excited. Okay, so Taylor and I did discuss moving the Page Turners Book Club. Monday works better for me because I'm usually off on Sundays, and then that way, hopefully I'll miss filming less videos. Like, that's kind of my plan, because then I'll be able to film them on Sunday and make sure that they're up for Monday. So my new filming schedule, or like my video schedule, is going to be Saturdays, Mondays, and Wednesdays, just so you guys know. And then with the occasional like Friday kind of thing, I do have 2 videos after the one that I'm filming today that where I'm probably going to say like it's Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Like this coming up Wednesday, which by the way, we had a bingo, just in case you guys missed that. If you guys don't know what bingo is, we play bingo on Wednesdays here, and you can like win a prize. So yeah, check it out. If you want a bingo card, let me know and I'll send you one. Either email me or Instagram me, and then I can send you a photo, okay? And then on Thursdays, which was the old book club day, so it was like I had 1 video, and then it was like a lot of days off, and then 2 videos together, and then like a lot of days off again. So I was trying to spread it out a little bit, and Taylor said that she was cool with that. So yeah, now we're gonna have book clubs on Monday, which actually I'm super excited about. So it's like the beginning of the week. That's a good way to start the week. I'm super excited about that. Okay, so today's video, we are doing the review for Odd Thomas. That's my face, okay? So, Odd Thomas was amazing. I am so happy that we actually just decided to read it, because it kept, like, people would nominate it for the polls, and then it would get, like, really close to the top, and, like, another book would, like, battle out with it kind of thing. And then we finally read it, and you guys, I, like, read it in audio. Highly the way to go. Highly the way to go. It was so good. Okay, so originally we had 7 questions, and Nicola Titi, thank you, gave us 2 questions extra, so there's 9 questions now, and then we do cast the cast, is that right? Cast the characters, there we go, as well. I was like, it sounds right, but not really. Okay, so the first question we have here is number 1, and that's Odd calls himself an unreliable narrator. Do you think this is true? I'm gonna say yeah, but only because I think really everybody's an unreliable narrator. Like, everybody kind of twists the story when they're telling the story into a different way, or like uses different words than the person actually said. Because I mean, he's telling a story that happened like quite a while ago, like not like a while ago, but like when he's writing the book, it's a while ago. So like you don't always remember like all of the facts and all of the details and all of that kind of stuff. So, like, everybody that you're talking to, really, about a different story is an unreliable narrator, I think. You know, that kind of thing. Number 2 is, what do you think of Odd? Did you find his gift compelling? I loved him. I thought he was awesome. My boyfriend and I listened to it together, and we're going to be listening to the number 2 book as well, because we both really enjoyed the first one. I thought his gift is, like, I don't know. It's a tough one, because he sees like dead people, and he can kind of tell like what's going to happen, because he sees, I can't remember what he calls them, but they're kind of like ghost specters that hang around. Like when something bad is going to happen, it's like their negative energy in like a person kind of ghosty form. Like they kind of remind me of the Dementors in Harry Potter. Except for they're like invisible, other people can't see them. I mean, I guess you can't really with the Dementors either, but you can. But like they're right like around the people, and like that's how he notices that something bad is going to happen in the town, because he can see like these boogie things like hanging out. So it's kind of, I mean, like, I think it would be scary. Like, honestly, I think it would be scary. Like, you just like, he's hanging out with Elvis. And I mean, like, neat because Elvis, but not neat because, like, you know, Elvis is not alive. And I think that would be creepy. And also, like, he sees, like, the way that people die. Like, you know, if they got shot, he sees, like, their wound and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe compelling is not the right word for it. Scary, maybe, I think. Number 3 is, what do you think about Stormy and Odd's relationship? I think it's really nice. I think it's cute. They've been dating for a long time. Like, 4 years, I think. They haven't done the physical act of the love yet. And they're planning on it after the marriage. By the way, there's spoilers in this video if you guys don't know that, okay? I'm just gonna put that out there now. Yeah, so they're planning on doing that after, because like she has some trauma from her past, and they just kind of like hang out together and they do other things, which is fine. I mean, like, I think the more that you're with your partner, the less of the physical act you do with anyway, because like you get into a routine kind of thing. So I think that's fine. I think it works out okay. He definitely loves her, and she gets like a little tattoo to match his like birthmark that he has. He has like a birthmark that's like a shape of a moon on the side of his hand, and she gets like a little tattoo to match it, and she doesn't tell him that it's a tattoo. She just says like it's actually a birthmark, but like he knew the whole time that it was actually like a tattoo. That was nice. Number 4 is, did the book spook you or get in your skin, under your skin in any way? Yes. Yes, it did. There's like, okay, well, anyways, there's spoilers in this video. I already said that. So there's a planned shooting event where there's going to be like a whole bunch of guns, and they're going to go to the mall, and they're going to like blow up this mall, and they're going to shoot a whole bunch of people. And he knows that it's coming, but he doesn't know what it is. So he doesn't know that like that's what's going to happen. But all of the people in this town have like that Boogan guy around them. You know what I mean? I can't think of their name. I don't even know. Maybe that's the name of them, but it's around them. And so he knows that something's going to happen that's going to be really big, because a lot of people in town have this like see-through kind of ghost creepy thing around them. Like his neighbor has it, his one lady that comes into the restaurant where he works all the time has it, and like her kids have it, and like stuff like that. And he's like, something big is going to happen, and it's going to be really, really bad, because he can see all of these things. And what happens is there's a new guy that comes into town, and he calls him the Fungus Man. And then the Fungus Man has like these two, they're actually police, and they're gonna shoot up a mall and blow up the mall with like this bomb and everything. And he figures it out kind of at the last minute. There's also a movie on this. I did not watch that yet. I need to watch that. I haven't seen that yet. So yeah, it did, because, you know, I'm Canadian, first off. Like, there was a knife guy here once, and that was like a big deal. Like, he was going around stabbing people. Because we don't really have guns here. Like, I mean, they're here, but like, you gotta like go through mental health checks before you can get them. Somebody has to sign off on the fact that you're gonna have one. There was like a knife near a school once, and there was like 40 cops there to take that guy down before he even got close to the school. Like, that stuff doesn't happen here like it happens in the States. So I'm sorry, because I know that a lot of you are from the US, and I know that that is a very emotional topic. Believe me, it is an emotional topic with me as well, and I'm not a fan of it, and I feel very bad for you guys. But like, guns are maybe not like the thing that you guys need, you know? Just, I don't know how to edit, so that's staying in there. Other choices. So yeah. So yes, it did spook me and getting under my skin. It was very, very sad, and I cried a lot, actually, like, no joke. Number 5 is, what is the black hole? Oh, the black hole is never explained. What do you think it was? I have no idea. He goes into the Fungus Man's house, and there's a black hole in a room, and he steps in it, and it kind of like puts him through time a little bit. But it's not explained. It doesn't help him in any way. I think maybe it's like an evil thing, I think. Or like, maybe because it's written by Dean Koontz, so maybe he had like a different plan with it, and then he just kind of like stopped writing about it. Like, I'm not sure, like, because you would think that the editor would be like, why is this black thing here? What's happening? I don't know. We should take that out, something like that. I don't know. But I'm not really sure what happens with it, and I did actually Google it, because I was like, what is this black thing? Like, I don't understand. Because it's like he walks into a room and like steps through like a time portal kind of blackness, and then he's like ahead of himself. I think or is he behind himself? And like a couple of minutes, but it's like not enough time that would help you do anything, and it doesn't actually help him at all with the book, like, or with the like what's happening in the story. So I don't know if Dean just put it in there and then he was like, I'll explain it later, and then he like never did. I don't know. What can you guys answer that one? What is that black hole supposed to be? Maybe it's like a nexus of evil and he like goes through there, or maybe it's like a different reality and he just doesn't realize that he walked through in like to a different reality, but then, you know, some things would be different. I don't know. Number 6. What do you number 6. Did you suspect the Fungus Man's partners? Did you see that twist coming? No, I just talked about this. I had no clue. Like, I knew that the Fungus Man was bad, because those Boogan guys were following him, but they were following him like they wanted, like, not like he was like going to pass away, but like he was the one that was going to cause something. Like, they were excitedly following him, not like, ooh, I'm around you because something is going to happen, but like, I'm around you because I know that you're going to do something. So I did suspect him to be a bad guy. I did not suspect the cops to be like a part of him. And it turns out that like Fungus Man was like rich, and he was like bankrolling their like shoot it out mallcapade kind of thing. So he was bad, but then also he didn't want to like partake in it. He just wanted to be like the bankroll for it, because he didn't really want to do anything. Bad choices all around. Number 7. What did you think of the ending of this book, and did it surprise you? Okay, here we go, you guys. Here we go. So my boyfriend and I were listening to this book, and then he went to have a nap, so he missed the last half an hour. So what happens is in the mall shooting, Stormy, who's like Odd's girlfriend, gets hit, but you don't know that she's hit, and like she passes away. But then he's talking about how like she's in the hospital with him while he's recovering because he also almost died. And then they go home, they go to her house, they spend all of this time in her house, they're together, like that kind of thing. They're talking about like postponing the wedding, everything like this. And I'm going to cry when I talk about this. It was such a good ending. Oh, I need a tissue. Okay, so anyways, his friends come over with like her urn and say like, you have to stop talking to her. Oh, jeez. Whatever, I'll just cry. It's fine. They're like, you have to let her go. You have to stop talking to her and you gotta let her go because you can't keep her here. And she's like in her, because she worked at the ice cream parlor there, and she's in her ice cream parlor outfit. Oh my gosh, I need to watch the movie so bad. It was so good. So I listened to the ending by myself, bawling my face off. And then like the next day, Corey's like, can we listen to the ending of that book? Do you mind listening to it again? And I was like, no. And as like soon as it started, I started crying again. And I'm like crying right now. It was such a good book, you guys. It was such a good book. The violence at the mall, like, I mean, understandably, it was written into the book. I could have done without that, but I mean, it had to lead there for, like, Stormy to be unalived kind of thing. But, oh my gosh, I can't wait to read number 2. Like, yeah, and I'm not, like, I'm just gonna cry. I'm crying. I don't even care. I'm not editing that out. You guys can see it. It was, like, the saddest death I've read in, like, a book in forever. It was really, really good. And the 2 questions from Nicole were, what do you think of Odd's talent? Is it a blessing or a curse? I think it's a little bit of both. I honestly think it's a little bit of both because it never turns off. Like, so yes, he has this where he can see like dead people and he can see those like creepy boogan things. And so he knows that he can help people, but he didn't end up helping everybody. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't 100% sure who was going to hit that kind of thing. And then I think like it's also a curse because he couldn't help everybody. So, like, yeah, it was a blessing because, like, honestly, he saved his town. Like, that bomb that they had in the truck, the cops said that it would have, like, blown up, like, this, like, almost the whole entire mall plus, like, the area around it kind of thing because it was, like, a big, big bomb that they had. So, like, he literally saved the majority of his town. But I think, was it, like, 20 or 40 people still died? It was still a lot of people. And his girlfriend died, so, like, that's sad. But I think, like, if he didn't have that talent, he wouldn't have been able to save his town. 100%. Because, like, nobody knew that this was happening. The guys who were part of the, like, shoot 'em up squad were cops. They were cops. So, like, it's not like anybody off of the force would have been like, oh, hey, by the way, that guy's, like, super creepy in his copness. Because even if you say that, like, they're just like, oh, you just don't like cops. You know, that kind of thing. So, it was a lot. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a little bit of both. Also, you can never turn it off. Like, you can never turn it off. He can never just be normal and not see, like, he's hanging out with Elvis. He can never just be like, you know what, Elvis? I don't feel like it today. How about you go hang out with somebody else? Like, he can never be like that. Or maybe he can. Like, I mean, I guess he does help people, like, cross over kind of thing. So I guess he does that as well. But it's just a lot, I think, you know? And number 9 is, if you had the same talent as Odd, would you feel obligated to try and help everyone all the time, or would you hide yourself and your talent away? I think, honestly, if you knew that something was going to happen, like what happened in the book, I think you would probably feel obligated to help. But I think if you just saw somebody walking down the street with like one of those little boogan things beside them, but like you didn't see a whole bunch of other, maybe you wouldn't feel obligated to help them. Like, I feel as though I honestly, if that was if that's what I had, I think I would probably go crazy. Like, I honestly think I would probably go crazy. Because I'm very compassionate, as you guys can tell as I'm crying. Not that I'm saying that that's, you know what I mean? It's just like, I'm a very compassionate person, and I feel as though I would always be on. I would always be, like, trying to figure out, like, what's going to happen to this person? Can I get that creepy thing away from them? Like, how can I help them? I think it would be too much for me, because I don't think that my brain could handle it. Like, I don't watch the news because I cannot handle the bad stuff that's happening in the world. I'm not joking when I say that. I don't watch the news. I don't hear about like all of the shootings and stuff that happen in the US. I don't listen to that anymore because I can't handle it. I can't handle any of that. So I think I would probably go nuts trying to help people. 100%, that's what would happen. So I don't think I could handle having that kind of talent. I just couldn't. Like, I mean, I'm not even a good emotional support group. Like, if somebody needs to talk to me about something separate, I'm barely good at that. Like, so, you know, I tell people, like, I am not mentally stable enough to help you with whatever problem you're going to need to help, like, what you need help with. And I'm honest about that, because I just, like, I get really emotionally attached, and I want to fix everything, and I want to solve everything. So I think I would hide away from people in the end, because I don't think I could handle it. Honestly, that's 100% truth. 100% truth. Okay. So for number 10, we have cast the characters now that I figured out what I was trying to say there. Okay, so there is a movie on this. I wrote down who the actors they played were, and then I wrote down who I would think that who I thought of them being played by. So there's 5 characters that we picked to talk about. And the first one is obviously Odd Thomas. He's played by Anton Yelchin in the movie, and I would pick that person, like that actor, to be him. He passed away in a freak car accident. He was like crushed by his Jeep, by like something that was recalled. He was crushed by his Jeep in 2016. So I would keep him as the main guy, because I did see the poster of the movie when I was looking up the book. So when I saw that he was in it, I was like, oh, he'd be a perfect Odd Thomas. So in my mind, while I was reading it, that's who I was picturing. Then for Stormy Llewellyn, they had Addison Timlin, I think is how you say her name. I have all of the pictures up on the screen just so you guys can see them. So Addison played Stormy, but in my mind when I was reading it, I was thinking of Ashley Greene from Twilight. She played Alice in Twilight. That's really the only movie that I know her from, but just she kind of, in my mind, that's what I was picturing. Then there's Chief Wyatt Porter, who's like, he knows about Odd's gifts, and he helps Odd. And then he's like one of Odd's best friends as well, so that's kind of neat. In the movie, he was played by Willem Dafoe, but I thought J.K. Simmons. So Willem Dafoe. Maybe I'll do like one on either side of me so you guys can see who I'm talking about. Willem Dafoe played the person. J.K. Simmons is the one that I was thinking. Then for Fungus Man, who they played Schuler Hensley, I think is the man's name. So the entire time, like the second that he was like, he's kind of smushy, like fungus, all I could think of was Vincent D'Onofrio from Men in Black, but specifically from the thing in Men in Black where like the alien bug is in his body. He plays Edgar, and the alien bug is in his body, and he's like stretched his skin too much, and he's like kind of bumpy and gross. I have the picture here so you guys can, but only in that role, in that moment, did I think it, like, but so in the book, the entire time, that's who I was picturing, but like in that role, in that moment, with that makeup and all of that stuff. Then for the last person, there's Little Ozzy, who is played by Patton Oswalt. I didn't know that. So like, I was just looking up the characters today, because other than Anton, I didn't see any of them. So I was looking up the characters today, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love Patton Oswalt. So I really do want to watch this movie. Honestly, I want to listen to the next book as well. Like, I wonder if he sees Stormy in the next book. I don't know. I'm so torn up. It was so sad, you guys. Like, I was crying just right now. You guys saw it. I cried twice. Like, every time I think about that ending, I start crying. I'm going to have to re-listen to the book because I want to hear it all again, and just for the crying end scene. It was so good. It was so emotional. Oh my gosh. Did you guys read this book with us? I haven't even finished this stuff. Okay, so for Little Ozzy, they had Patton Oswalt, and I was thinking John Goodman. I really like John Goodman. I thought he would be like a good person to play him. Little Ozzy's like also one of Odd's best friends, and he's helping him with the book. So I thought that was kind of neat. So yeah, that's who I had. Did you guys read the book? What do you think about the book? Myrna, please tell me everything, because this is like one of Myrna's favorite books. Tell me what you guys think. Nicole, also, because this is like one of your favorite books as well, right? Like you suggested this too. Please let me know what you guys think. Oh my gosh, I am like, honestly, I'm torn up. And Taylor read it. I think she read it, like she said, in like 2 days. Like we were both like so into it. Like, oh my gosh, like we had to consume it like now. It was such a good book. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Check out Taylor's video as well. And that's it. That's all I have to say. Please discuss with me. I might end up like ending messaging you back like a whole bunch, like hardcore, because honestly, I want to talk about this one. This is where we need to like figure out how to go live, I think, in like our review videos so that we can chat about it. But I don't know if that'll ever happen because we're both really anxious about going live. Like Taylor will probably do it before I do, but she also films like every day and I don't. That kind of thing. And she does like vlogs and stuff where I don't do that very often. I tried one. I'll probably try more, honestly, but it depends. Yeah, so let me know what you think about the book. Let me know what you think about the end. Did you guys cry? Dude, I could cry right now. Like, Stormy, it was so sad. Don't talk about it. Thanks for letting me cry in front of you as well, by the way. Okay. Please go over and check out Taylor's video, see what she says. I cannot wait to see what she thinks about this book and what about casting the characters. I did message her before I filmed my video, but I don't know if she knows that there's like a movie happening or if like that there was a movie, so I don't know if she checked into that or not. Subscribe if you want to and turn on the notification bell because I do post Saturdays, Mondays, and Wednesdays now with the occasional surprise Friday video once in a while. I haven't filmed one yet, but I will. And check out my description box for other content creators. Thank you guys so much for spending a couple minutes of your day with me today. I really, really appreciate that. And I really, really appreciate you. And I'll see you in my next video. Please tell me what you think about this book. If you read it a long time ago, please tell me what you think. Did you read the whole series? What happens? Did you watch the movie? Tell me that even. Oh my gosh. I need to talk about this one. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Bye!